Thank you, Chairman Hoven and Ranking Member Udall. I'd like to just say a few words on the text of the substitute amendment to S 1250. While the bill before us has the laudable goal of improving the effectiveness of the Indian Health Service, I'm deeply troubled and concerned by the last-minute inclusion of language that will actually harm the Indian Health Service workforce and Native Americans. Section 607 of this bill compromises the due process rights from workers and weakens their collective bargaining rights. These harmful provisions that target worker protections have already been tried at the Department of Veterans Affairs and have raised some very serious concerns. Instead of holding accountable the unethical managers and supervisors who are responsible for fraud and waste, we have heard too many stories that the VA employees most likely to be fired under the new law are low-level workers making less than $40,000 a year. A majority of these workers are not the senior managers and decision makers at IHS. They are the nurses, the dentists, health technicians, records clerks, custodians, food service workers, and security guards who do the hard work every day that's necessary to keep IHS running. Furthermore, stripping away due process protection for workers could harm the very communities this bill is supposed to help. Up to 70% of the IHS workforce is Native American. These employees are enrolled tribal members who rely on IHS services for their health and safety. Of course, we all want accountability at the IHS. And I'll always be a strong advocate for making our government and the services it provides better for our Native American communities. But this language was not part of our discussion during the June consideration of this bill, and this committee, workers, tribes, and the IHS have not been given the appropriate time to consider the impact of these new provisions. I'm deeply concerned with the inclusion of the provisions that undercut and undermine due process and workers' rights. I hope to continue to work with my colleagues to improve this bill and protect the rights of workers while holding true to the intent of the bill to increase IHS accountability for our Native communities. Thank you, Mr. Chair.